Hi guys, welcome back to Flosstube number 15. This is October 23rd when I'm filming today, and I'm really excited to talk to you about everything I've been stitching on this week because I've really enjoyed all of my whips. And if you came to last 2 weeks ago's video, you'll know that I have been just stitching only Halloween, and it's been so much fun. So I hope you've had a great 2 weeks since the last time I saw you. It is finally, actually, I was going to say it's finally fall. It feels like it was just summer. It skipped over fall and went to winter because we had snow today. So that's all right. I bet it'll just kind of bounce around between the seasons for a little while till it actually turns to winter. So we're going to follow through my usual Flosstube schedule. So first I'm going to share with you my whips that I've been working on this last couple weeks, and a couple of the projects I worked on for like 3 or 4 days, and that's not very usual for me, so that's exciting because I got a lot of progress done on them. And I did have a couple of new starts, and I'm still planning more Halloween new starts because I just can't help it. So I have been stitching for probably since I was like 12. But there have been ebbs and flows in my stitching activity over those years, and I haven't stitched a lot. Like, I've stitched now and then whenever I needed like if I really needed a weekend to de-stress, I would sometimes go to a hotel and just like sit and stitch. But those were very few and far between because, you know, life is busy. But on those occasions, I would always use my stitching as my stress relief and not really during the week or, you know, on a daily basis to kind of help relieve stress like I have been the last 6 months. So I don't consider myself new to stitching, but I'm new back into like hardcore stitching. I'm hardcore, you guys. And so before the last 6 months, I didn't know about any patterns that you could purchase except for like what you could find in a store or what you could find like Joann's or Michael's, for example, or online at their stores. I was totally unaware of all of the wonderful stitchy websites, and I didn't have any stitchy stores near me like L&S's, you know, just the big chain stores. So I am just like newly falling in love with all of the different designers, and I want to try everything, and that's why you see me haul so many things in my videos. You see me start so many things because it's like I've just discovered how famished I was for all of this beautiful new content that these creators are making, and I want to try everything. So anyway, so we're gonna go into whips, and then after that I think I have a few things kitted up that I'm gonna show you, and then I'll meet you back. All right, my first whip is the werewolf little section on the Witchy Stitcher Supernatural stitch along. I am just loving this stitch along, as you guys know. And this is the first thing that I stitched after I finished my Flosstube last time. And this is going to be the next thing that I stitch as soon as I put away the stitching that I finished on today. Basically I just kind of like start my 2-week cycle over as soon as I've done filming, I almost said Swatchfest, Flosstube. So I'm going to do whatever goes right here. I haven't looked at it yet. I know that there have been like 13 little guys released already. Most recently was the ogre. If you're looking for something not difficult to stitch, so far her stitch alongs are really beautiful and not difficult. So this is stitched using the Call for DMCs. This is on a piece of, I think, 16 count Aida that I hand dyed myself, and I just love it. So expect to see more progress on this. Next week we'll have another little guy. So I don't think I really need to show you a side-by-side of where I was at last time. Just imagine the werewolf gone. That's where I was. So, yep. And look at all the cute little skulls. And the skull that's right behind him. It's so cute. She's such a cute designer. I love it so much. All right. I believe that the next thing I stitched on was my Halloween calendar by Tiny Modernist. This is not a hand-dyed piece of fabric. One of the few that you'll see from me that aren't hand-dyed. This is Once in a Blue Moon by Fiberlicious. This is a 18 count Aida. So, yeah. I am using the called for DMCs, and I took this with me on our trip to Vegas, so it got a ton done because a lot of my trip, I was either in the car or sitting by the pool with the girls. So I will put up on the screen where I was before. But I'm pretty sure it was like I had this and this completely done, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then all the rest of that is new. So, I mean, by no means am I going to get this done by Halloween. In fact, I stitched it on this so much during the trip that I got kind of sick of it because I am the type of stitcher where I want to just move to the next project when I get bored, and because I was away on vacation, I only took one project. I couldn't move. I love this little hat. So I got kind of sick of it, even though I love it. You know, that's just how I am. That's one of the reasons why I have been so excited about cross stitch, this renaissance I'm having, because previous I was like mostly a monogamous stitcher, and that's just I just get bored way too easily for that. So anyway, here is what I did, and I'm really loving it. I recommend this pattern again if you're looking for something on the easy side, maybe even to gift to a kiddo. This would be really, really fun. So there's that. So I believe my next whip is Lila's Studio Quaker Halloween, and I basically did this whole motif right there, and then that's all I did. I just wasn't, like, I was really, really excited to get on to my next project that I did after this, and so I really love this little portion that I did, but I wasn't super hyped to do more at this time. So this is stitched on a 28 count Lugana 2/2, and I had been saving the little tag that told me what this was for so long. I'm gonna have to look maybe in a past video to tell you guys what this is, because this is a really cool piece of dyed, I think this is cauldron, something cauldron. Yeah, I really enjoyed this pattern, but the next pattern that I stitched on was the one that I was really excited to get onto, so that's why there's not a ton new done on here. So that's Lila's Studio Halloween Quaker. All right, so this is the pattern that I worked on most. Secondly was the Halloween calendar, but I worked on this for like the last 4 days maybe, and I just love it. It's the first Barbara Anna that I finally started. I do have a number of her patterns, but I hadn't started any of them, and I'm so happy I started here. I just love like the geometric leaves over here, and there's quite a few colors in here, which I thought looked really beautiful. This is on a hand-dyed piece of 32 count Murano, the one that you can get in Hobby Lobby with the little pink splashes on it. And then I added all these shades of blues and greens. And it worked out perfectly for this pattern. So I really, really love it. I know we're reaching the tail end of Halloween stitching, but if you want to download this from Creative Poppy, I highly recommend. It's just a quick, I just love PDF downloads because that's my preferred way to stitch, is just looking at the pattern and increasing the size a lot on my phone so that I can see it really well. And so PDF downloads are my jam. But yeah, this is Witchy Dreams by Barbara Anna. And this is going to kind of segue us into the kit up section, because one of the things that I have ready to go is this pattern, also from Barbara Anna. This is called Samhain Dreams, and I want to stitch these as companions to each other. It's almost like a Elphaba and Glenda, not really the right coloration, but I just love it. So this I got out of the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. One of the issues, I did the thing where I purchased access to all the past issues. I highly recommend that. And then I have this piece of 32 count, I think the paper says 32 count parchment, and then I dyed it a little bit more to make it look a little more spooky and go with this pattern. Of course, it's going to look really different because it's not stitched on blue. I'd like that this is stitched on blue, but I'm going to stitch it on this guy. So I'm just going to do the called for DMCs. Actually, there are DMCs and there's color variegated floss from DMC. So that's going to be fun because I picked those up. Oh, and there's one Krynic called for, Brazilian Night, and I don't have that yet, so I have to find that. So anyway, this one is just a little stitch. It's like 60 by 60, so I don't know if I'm going to get these two ladies done by Halloween. I hope to. Maybe I'll have a finish by next Flosstube. We'll see. I'm too excited to start all the new things to have finishes. So I haven't had any finishes for 2022, but I think I only had 2. By the way, what's on my nails today? This is the next Moonshine Mini Custom, and for October. Actually, this is not the Facebook custom. This is the MSM comeback that got voted to make a return. I'm gonna pop some top coat on here. I need to take photos of it for the website for this weekend. So this Friday, our October comeback, which means a previously released shade that retired, and the new Facebook group custom will be available on the website. This one's called Meow and Forevermore, and the custom is called Zeke's Winter Moon, and I only ever have one hand painted. I don't know if you've noticed that if you're new to my channel just because of Flosstube, but I only ever have one hand painted because my right hand is what we call in the nail tubes my Cinderella hand. It's the hand that does all the work, and for me, when I'm making nail polish and constantly taking polish on and off because of swatching, the acetone just takes the polish right off of my Cinderella hand, so I only ever have this hand with nail polish on. So anyway, okay, that's my first kit up. Oh, and the website is in the description bar. It's moonshinemanny.com if you're interested in checking that out. My next kit up is the Addams Family by Plum Street, and this is adorable and very autumnal, so I will most likely be starting this before my next Flosstube. So I'm thinking that I want to stitch it on this Stormy Night from, it's just a Newcastle 40 count Stormy Night. It's the kind where it's just printed. The slight modeling look is printed on the one side of the fabric. However, there are some grays in here, and I think like that looks like enough contrast there. And then that one's porpoise, and then you have Shabby Sheep is a very much lighter gray. So I think it's going to be okay. I'm not sure if I'm missing any more grays. I don't think so. So that's my plan. I think it'll be pretty on there. It's going to be really different looking than that, but that's okay with me. So that's my plan for that. My next kit up is, surprise, another Plum Street. Who would be surprised? This is Cinnamon Stars, which, as you can see, I picked up in store at Shepherd's Bush. And I did not attend Stitch West this last weekend like a lot of people did up by Shepherd's Bush. Because I wasn't even aware of the event before tickets were already sold out. So this is so cute. I am stitching this on 40 count vintage mocha, or just country mocha. And it has a lot of beautiful fall flosses. So, so pretty. These are all the called for overdyes. So, there we go. So I'm really, really excited for this. When you look at this, you don't think that that's going to have that many colors of floss, but it does. So this one is just 168 by 100. It's not that big. Not that I would have this done before I'm going to be done stitching autumn, but I'm excited for it. It's pretty. I love this one. What is this called? This floss is Rum Raisin. Ooh. All right, my final kit up is this lovely from the Prairie Schooler called Trick or Treat. I think I talked about this in my last Flosstube that I thought this pattern would look nice on this fabric. So this one is a Be Stitch Me. It is a 36 count in Water Nymph, and I just hadn't found anything I wanted to put on this. This might be really nice to save for a Mirabilia, but I'm thinking about putting this on it. I don't know yet though. I don't know. I think Mirabilias, they suggest you do 32 count linen, so maybe this wouldn't be good for that. But so basically, it uses DMCs, and I just need black and orange and brown and gold. So I didn't pull the flosses for this, but I have them already in my DMCs. But what do you guys think? What do you think? Will that look hideous together? It's kind of hard to tell because I didn't pull the flosses, huh? But, Alright, so those were my whips for the last 2 weeks and the few things that I've decided to kit up. I want to talk about haul, and I do still have haul, you guys. I'm going to have it pretty consistently, probably every 2-week video for a little while until like my fierce need to collect like all this new stuff that I am discovering kind of dies down a little bit, settles down a little bit. And then after we look at haul, I'm going to share with you some patterns that I have picked out that I want to start in November, because this time of year is so funny. I feel like you have a big space of the year where it's like wide open to stitch like almost any old thing, but it's like in September and October, all I want to stitch is Halloween. And then for November, I want to stitch anything autumn that wasn't touched by Halloween. And then December, I want to stitch only Christmas. And so you have these of specific stitchy things. And then the whole rest of the year feels wide open to me. And that's probably just because of what I'm interested in holiday-wise and decor-wise and what's more fun. But it's like it's all packed into the tail end of the year, and then it's going to be all... Anyway, I'm sure I will stitch on more Halloween-y things throughout the year, but... Okay, so first let's look at some items that I've added to my stash, and then some patterns that I have on my radar to possibly start in the next month, or that I just really, really like. Time for the haul portion, and yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. So these are just some things that I have spotted online in the last 2 weeks. I don't think any of this is something that I bought in store. So we have triple play pillows from Hands On Design, the Autumn Basket. This is a Ghoul Tide Welcome from none other than Plum Street Samplers. And even though this is Halloween themed, I don't have an imminent plan to start this, so this will probably be next year. The Blue Flower, we have Language of Flowers Spring. Thistle House from Plum Street. Throw Wide the Windows from Shakespeare's Peddler. This is Plum Street Fruit of the Spirit. The fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace. From Barbara Anna, this one is called Spring Heart. From Hello by Liz Matthews, we have Bittersweet Village. And then pop the name up there in case anybody's watching this in silence. I saw a couple people stitching on this this week, and so I was like, okay, it's meant to be. So this is Mirabilia, Gypsy Queen. Hello Summer from Plum Street. Hurt Not the Earth. I got a bunch of smalls in the last couple weeks, I've noticed. I think I saw Heidi Stitching Faye stitching on this, and it looked so cute. And usually I'm averse to patterns that have a lot of letters on it, but then when I was stitching that long dog and I was having so much fun with the letters, when I saw her stitching this, I was like, okay, let's do it. So this is by Cottage Garden Samplings Halloween Sampler 2. Summer Delivery from Plum Street. Rest a While from Plum Street. This might be going into my start next week pile. Pomegranate Santa. Isn't he so cute? So cute. Besides the Mirabilia, this is like my one big pattern that I got in the last 2 weeks. So Shores of Hawk Run, I've been telling you guys for a couple months now that I really wanted to get this. And I saw Virginia, Vicky, the Virginia Stitcher, stitching this, and she's doing it on blue, and it just looks gorgeous. So, I don't know. Some more Carriage House. We have Wash Day. Isn't that cute? This one's kind of a weird photo. The white almost looks blue. This is Quaker Medallion Sampler. I just loved the graphic quality of that. And then I picked up the Beaver from The Year in the Woods from Cottage Gardens Samplings, and I just saw the final one for winter, I think, and it's so pretty. So I don't know when I'll start this. You guys know I was working on the fox. I got this from Autumn Lane. This is called Autumn Town. And these designers, this company is actually in my town. I've never met them, but they live near me. So I just thought that was really beautiful. The unstitched portion is the green of the hill. So like all that. So you get a green piece of Fabrico. The suggested is Apple Harvest by Mountain Air Fabrics. But I will probably just dye my own. Another Carriage House. This one looks like I might get bored with it after a little while stitching on it, but it was just so pretty. It was striking when I saw it online, so I had to snag it. Last but not least, we have the Drawn Thread, and this is the Autumn Garden. And this is called for MPIs, and I have learned that I love stitching with MPIs, but it is more costly. So I don't know. No immediate plans to swatch this, to start this. This is the Autumn Garden, but this will probably be next year. So aside from this one, this is all going to be Plum Street. Aside from this one and Cinnamon Stars and Addams Family, I told you guys about some others that I have kitted. I'm just going to show you these Halloween patterns, and just know I'm deciding, and these might be decided upon. Remember this one? I didn't start it yet, but it's so cute. This is from my working copy of Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain by Kathy Barrick, and I have all of the Vicki Clayton silk conversion pack and this hand-dyed piece, and I will be starting this before next Flosstube, but this is a humongous pattern, so it's kind of feels comical to me to be starting it this late into the year. I think I showed you guys this last time maybe, but this is Folksy Thomas, which is a tier 3 and 4 October Patreon pattern. I think I showed this to you guys because it was in my kit up area. So we have these yummy, yummy flosses, and I'm missing 2, I think, but I'm going to just borrow them from other patterns. So, yes, that's going on Sand Dollar by Be Stitch Me. So that either will be started by the next time you see me or directly after. We'll see. I also have the Gather In all ready to go from Plum Street, which is a very big pattern and won't be done this year, but I want to stitch on it for autumn. So it's on Newcastle Linen, Alabaster, and the called for DMCs and overdyes. And then I'm still sitting on this guy. I never started him, but I have the DMC ready to go and the fabric, which is just a hand-dyed piece, and I want to start this before Halloween, so it's on my to-do list, you guys. So here are a few more patterns that are definitely on my radar. Actually, I'm gonna go kit this up. I'm really, really in love with this. I don't have them kitted, so that means they're less likely to get started. If I had a million hours in the day, I would be starting all these things. So Paisley Pumpkin by Karen Kluba, Rosewood Manor. Then we have Feast of Friendship from Blackbird Designs. Spellville from Barbara Anna. I won't be starting this because I'm doing a lot of Barbara Anna right now, but it's so cute. A little small from Blackbird called Pumpkin Farm. This is Welcome to Our Patch from Annie Bees. So cute. And lastly, we have Be Thankful from Country Cottage Needleworks. That'd be a quick little stitch. So, so cute. All right, so now that we've looked at all of that, we're going to talk about plans for the next 2 weeks until the next time you see me. So I will be stitching exclusively Halloween until the 31st. And then promptly on the 1st, I'm going to switch to some more autumn stitching. I have a lot of starts that I want to start in November, so we'll see. But yeah, my plan is to basically halfway till the next time I see you will be autumn or Halloween, and then we'll switch to autumn. Besides the things that I already kind of showed you that I want to start, I don't know exactly which ones I will, but besides that, I've been choosing a random pattern with you guys for a random project from my 2022 Mania. And so this last time was the Halloween Quaker by Lila's Studio. And so right now I'm going to use the random generator and we will choose which of those whips I'm going to pull out. Now comes the time for us to pick a new random pattern to work on. So let me pull up my random number generator. We have 17 as our max number. Okay, so good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor. Number 3. Be inspired. Oh, I like that pattern. This is from Stitchrovia, and this is a tattoo motif style, more like the I believe it looks similar to American traditional style tattooing. So I'm excited. It's not going to be Halloweeny, so I'm probably going to save this till after Halloween and then stitch on that, but that's going to be super fun. All right, and that pretty much concludes this program. Those are all the things that I usually talk about in my Flosstube. I hope that you leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite project is you've been stitching on lately, or something that you really, really want to start. Let me know. And if you have a Stitchy Instagram, leave that down below too so I can go follow it. And that's going to be it for today. So thanks for joining me for this Flosstube number 14. I hope you have a fantastic stitchy journey in the next couple weeks, and happy Halloween. And I will see you back soon. Take care. Bye.